Hello students, in our previous lecture of Basics of Management, we have discussed Introduction of Management, its importance, its characteristics and various functions of management. So in today's lecture, we will discuss about the levels of management. As we all know, there are three levels of management, that is middle level, top level and lower level. So these three levels, top level, middle level and bottom level, or we can say lower level, we will discuss all these three levels and all the working of these three levels in detail in this lecture. And we will also discuss the concept of departmentalization. Departmentalization stands for what, and what are the types of departmentalization, on what basis departments can be made, and what are the advantage and drawbacks of departmentalization. So first is hierarchical management structure or levels of management. These two terms are similar, these two terms are same even. So there are three levels of management in any organization, whether it is college, whether it is school, whether it is any organization, it is business. There are three levels of management: top level, middle level, and lower level of management. So what is these three levels of management? First is top level management. In top level management, all the senior persons come, all the senior officials come, and they have power to take decisions about an organization, whatever the vision of the organization, what will be the mission of the organization, what will be the policies for the organization, any policy, if anyone want to change any policy, this all can be done with the help of the top level management. So every member of top level management is responsible for direction and growth of the company. So it sounds the top level management is responsible for the success and the future of a company. Top level management actually made vision, mission, policies related to any organization. जितने भी टॉप लेवल ऑफिशियल्स होंगे, सीनियर मोस्ट एग्जीक्यूटिव्स होंगे, दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द सक्सेस एंड द फ्यूचर ऑफ द कंपनीज, बिकॉज उनके पास ही डिसीजन मेकिंग की एबिलिटी रहती है. सो all these are the some designations for top level management. On top level, some designations are like in college, if I am talking about any university or college, then vice chancellor, pro vice chancellor, chairman, all these comes in top level management. Like in any organization, vice president, chief operating officers, chief marketing officers, in marketing if we say chief sales officers, president. So these all are the some designations that come under category of top level, that comes under the category of top level designations. And not only these designations are there, some and few other designations are also there in which falls under this category. So these are the some designations. Now what are the various tasks that is done for the that is done by the top level officials? क्या क्या काम किए जाते हैं? First is top level management. The right set of people in the top level management can make or break an organization. अगर हमारी top level management की जो choice है, employee choice है, it is right, then it is good for the success of the organization. And if that choice is not right, then it must go for the failure of organization. So making and breaking of organization depends on the right set of people on the top management. Second is top level management is responsible for strategizing and making plans for the business. They are responsible for vision and mission of organization, which help every employee and customers understand the fundamentals of organization and business, because every employee must be clear with the vision and mission. So this is also the responsibility of top level management. Next is they design the functions and responsibility of middle level management. Actually whatever the work will be done by the middle level management, they all the responsibilities of middle level management, middle level officials, this all will be designed with the help of the top level management. So they assign the task and goals of the employees to middle level management. Top level management drafts the policies of the company, the policy for a new organization, So if I am taking any example uh, of top level management, that for example we are taking an example of Chandigarh University. So vice chancellor, chairman, pro vice chancellor, they all are on the top level. They all are on the top level. So these are some tasks that is done by these officials. Next is middle level management. Middle level management consists of the heads of various departments. Taking an example of Chandigarh Polytechnic College, principal sir is on the top level, and then HODs of various departments, HOD of computer science and engineering, HOD of civil, HOD of then electronics, electrical and electrical, mechanical, automobile. So all these comes under the category of middle level, under the hierarchy of middle level. So middle level management consists of the heads of various departments. So these क्या काम रहता है middle level management का? Communication between top level and lower level. Actually, HODs are responsible for all the work to be done by the employees and present the work to the top level. So it is the responsibility of HOD. So communication between top level and communication between lower level, that is done with the help of the middle level management. So this is the task of middle level management. Now some designations, that designation titles that comes under this middle level management. If we are taking an example of Chandigarh University, so we can say that HOD of CSE, HOD mechanical, HOD civil, HOD of biotechnology. So all these comes under the under all these designations are sales manager, branch manager, finance manager, किसी भी organization में, and similar other designations comes under this category. These are the some functions that are responsibilities which are handled by middle level executives. First one is communicate the policies and the mission, which is कौन बनाता है policies and mission? Top level management. उनको communicate करना with their faculty, with their lower level peoples. So they all are responsible for handling the communication and maintaining a healthy business environment in the office. And second one is they are responsible for the performance of lower level management, lower level officials. So motivating and encouraging employees to work efficiently and effectively. This is the crucial responsibility which is performed by the low level management. Next is middle level management handles all the recruitments and allocation within a team. For example, CSC department now requires two faculty. So lower level management is also called lower level is also called operational level. What happened in this? What happened in this? What are the various designations that come under this category? If we are taking example of Chandigarh University or Chandigarh Polytechnic College, Kharua, so all the faculty members of different departments that comes under this level, lower level of management. So operational level management is responsible for managing the coordination between the operative workforce and middle level management. काम करना, उसको middle level को show करना, that is the responsibility of lower level officials. What employees are doing, what faculty is doing, faculty is dealing with the students, as well as what faculty is doing, faculty is dealing with the students and show their work to HOD, so that HOD can communicate with the principal or chancellor or vice chancellor on the top level officials. सो इनके पास डिसीजन मेकिंग की पावर नहीं होती है, ये सिर्फ वही एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं, बट एवर दे रिसीव द ऑर्डर्स फ्रॉम मिडिल लेवल मैनेजमेंट. इनके पास रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ टेकिंग डिसीजंस इज नॉट देयर. सो सम ऑफ द डेजिग्नेशंस आर क्लर्क हो गए, जूनियर मैनेजर्स हो गए, अगर हम कहीं स्टाफ मेंबर हो गया, we take this designation also, which comes under the category of operational level, that is lower level. So their responsibilities, their function is also it plays a critical role in the success of an organization. अगर काम ही अच्छे से नहीं होगा तो जो एफिशिएंसी है, परफॉर्मेंस है, वो किस तरह से जाएगी? बिकॉज एचओडीज को जो काम है वो किससे रिसीव करना है? लोअर लेवल ऑफ मैनेजमेंट से। इनको क्या करना होता है? वर्क को एक्चुअली परफॉर्म करना है। दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर ट्रेनिंग द वर्कर्स एंड माइक्रो मैनेजिंग देयर प्रोग्रेस. So they are responsible for maintaining healthy working conditions for workers and improving the efficiency of tasks. So these are the lower level of management. Actually, these people manage company resources and also work towards the optimum utilization of these resources. जो लोअर लेवल मैनेजमेंट है एक्चुअली जो हम ऑन ग्राउंड देखें, ग्राउंड से काम करना, दैट इज स्टार्टेड विद द लोअर लेवल ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. नाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड ऑल these types of levels, we take an example of Chandigarh Technic College. Here principal, as we all know, is on the top level of hierarchy. They decide all the policies, they decide all the structure of academics and non-academics about the Chandigarh Polytechnic College. He decide, and which the principal sir communicate with the middle level staff, that is HODs of different department, HOD civil, HOD so what uh, uh, what the so now HODs of different departments communicate with the faculty of their departments and now start doing their work, and faculty after doing the work report to the HOD, and then HOD communicate to the higher level management, that is principal, for that the work has been completed. So this is all about the levels of management. Next is departmentalization. What is departmentalization? What do you understand by departmentation? भी कहते हैं हम इसे, and departmentalization भी. So it is the process of grouping the activities of an organization into several units. Departments में divide करना, उनको जो यूनिट्स बनाई गई हैं, जो डिवीजन किया गया है, that are called as department. So departmentalization is the process of grouping the activities of the organization into so that all come under this category. So this is called departmentalization, कि एक department divide करना various various departmentalization. So what are the types of departmentation? किस किस बेसिस पे डिपार्टमेंट बनाए जाते हैं? फर्स्ट वन इज डिपार्टमेंटेशन बाय फंक्शंस. डिवाइड करना किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ फंक्शंस लाइक प्रोडक्शन, परचेजिंग, सेल, फाइनेंसिंग, पर्सनल. इन द सेम वे अगर आप कॉलेज का एग्जांपल लोगे तो कंप्यूटर डिपार्टमेंट, मैकेनिकल डिपार्टमेंट, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स डिपार्टमेंट, इलेक्ट्रिकल डिपार्टमेंट, फार्मेसी डिपार्टमेंट, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट, मेडिकल, नॉन मेडिकल, इंजीनियरिंग, नॉन इंजीनियरिंग, ये है फंक्शंस के बेसिस पे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जैसे ये एग्जाम्पल दिया गया, प्रोडक्शन, परचेजिंग, सेल्स, फाइनेंसिंग, पर्सनल, this is the departmentation by function. Next is departmentation by product. For example, किसी भी चीज की departmentation by product की जाए. In product departmentation, every major product is organized as a separate department. For example, each department looks after the production, sales, and financing of one product. So product departmentation is useful when expansion, diversification, manufacturing, and marketing characteristics of each product are primarily significant. So this is called the product department. Product के basis पे departmentalization करना, departmentation करना. That is called, for example, किसी भी एक big company में 3 product divisions कर दी गई, plastics के product, chemicals के product, metals के product. So वो क्या है, अलग अलग products के basis पे divide किया गया है. Territory. Territory means geography, geographical departmentalization. For example, Bangalore is a city and Bangalore is a So next is departmentation by customers. So in this method, the activities is grouped according to the type of customer. For example, you are going to a mall, and here one department is for men, other department is for women. According to the customer, other department is for kids. So that is the departmentation by customer. And next is departmentation by equipment, means dividing the activities or grouped on the basis of the production process involved or equipment used. For example, for instance, a textile mill may be organized into gaining, spinning, weaving, dyeing, finishing products, finishing departments. So they are based on the equipment. So what are the advantages of departmentalization, functional departmentalization? First is it follows the principle of occupational specialization. It simplifies the training and supervisor of subordinates. It furnishes means of tight control at the top. Each department can be staffed by experts in that functional area. For example, CSC department में computer engineering staff expert होगा. And then coordination of activities within the department is very easy. Tabhi functional departmentalization is very very important, but it has several drawbacks also. What are the disadvantage of functional departmentalization? Decision making becomes slower, क्योंकि पूरी यूनिवर्सिटी को ना देख के सीएससी डिपार्टमेंट को देखना है, किसी डिपार्टमेंट को देखना है, फार्मेसी डिपार्टमेंट को देखना, जो डिसीजन मेकिंग है वो थोड़ी स्लोअर रहती है. Slow adaptation to changes in the environment limits the development of general manager, responsibilities for profits at the top only. So these are the some drawbacks. De-emphasize of overall company objective, वहाँ थोड़ा सा lag करता है. So these are some advantage and drawbacks, pros and cons of functional departmentalization. So this is all about levels of management and departmentalization, and I hope all these concepts, that is various levels, top level, middle level and bottom level, they have been clear to all of the students. And what we have done in the departmentalization and its types, with means types basis on customer, basis on everything, territory basis on functional, basis on equipment, basis on customer. So all these have been clear to you. So take care and thank you.